All right, we're live. Thanks for watching the VOD. I think we're, as of this recording, we're at like 7,800 subs on YouTube. That's pretty cool. I think that helps. I mean, it's a number, and if the number is bigger, then that's probably good. I think we're at 20,400 as of right now on Discord. Speaking of which, let me open, or let me unminimize Discord in the background so I can keep an eye on that as well. Ali is first, that is correct. Ali, you're the first one in chat. What's up, Dumbly fans? Incredible, Sneaky Feet, Decent Milk, Drodak, Soldier, Sanami-san, Chess Solo, Mazov. Glorganox, Vimal, Bill, Tired Worm. Sneaky Feet said got off work at 7 a.m. Time to hit this and make memories. Right on. Hey, Katie. Yawan. Dex. Hey, thank you for that. Dex said good luck. Yeah, let's see how people roll in here. It's always I'm always a little apprehensive when we're looking at the first, couple hours of people rolling in, seeing what happens here. Just got out of class. Now I need to finish packing up the house. Yay, Katie said. Are you moving? I assume you're moving. Otherwise, what? Just randomly packing the house? That's a weird question. Are you just randomly packing your stuff up? That's fun to do sometimes. Sometimes I like to pack the house and then unpack, and pretend like I just got here and it's all new again. Pack the house and then clean it and then unpack everything again would probably be good. It seems like a hobby. Refried 86, thank you for the follow. Science Square, thank you as well. Corvo, what's going on? Tormentor, Kaz, Jabbage, Nomely Fans, Vex, Spent, Jura, Navarre, Whisk. I got the feeling I'm not even going to be able to try to bother to keep up with people rolling in today. I apologize. I'll be sort of hit and miss on this one, I guess. It's different when there's only a few of you in here. CRUK, what's going on? A big bubble to love me. Hey. Why does that sound familiar? Wasn't that a radio guy? Do you devs have any issues with multi-boxing? On these tests, just keep it sane. Just keep it sane. For these tests, it's fine. We'll have boxing, non-boxing servers for EA. Katie said, I am moving on Friday. First big move, and it's been a lot of work. I'm about to stay hunkered down at this place for the next 20 years with the amount of work it's been. I hear that, I'm like, oh, bless your heart. I have moved so much in my life. The longest I ever lived in a place was Austin before moving to Germany, and that was 9 years. Before that, San Diego, 6 years. Before that, I think I moved between 1 and 3 years. My whole life. High school, I guess that was like 4 years. Luckless Clover, thank you for the follow. Odds on servers being able to handle the influx of players on open. Handle, or you guys being able to find something to kill, or your frame rate tanking a bit. I think we'll probably, knock on wood, I think we'll be able to handle. We just had a stress test that did pretty well, but we'll see. I mean, the bigger problem tends to be content, not technical. as Ali likes to remind us. Yeah, we had 1,000, just over 1,000 people in Night Harbor for the last stress test. Got your brandy ready for a chill game session. As long as you don't get too saucy and start fighting people in the parking lot. Can players access that green castle in the distance this test? Nope, you can't. But it's being worked on and it's pretty frickin' epic. Hey, it is night for me. It is almost 6 p.m. here. But good morning to you. Black Friday, 20 years ago vibes. Been camped outside all night and we're ready to storm to Best Buy. Dude, I did that for the Xbox 360 in San Diego. And it was funny, as I was leaving, we stayed out all night to get the Xbox 360. And as I was leaving, Smed was walking in. And he completely understood when people weren't at work. Hey, Zinzero. Lizette. Will we need to update when the servers come up? I think you can just go in, but if I'm wrong on that, Ali will let us know. Last time you camped out was WoW Midnight Release. That seems pretty worthwhile. Sat overnight in your car for the PS3? I wouldn't do it again. We just stood out there, but I mean, it's California. It didn't even get that cold, really. No need to update. You should be able to just hop in, I guess. Skip school in 6th grade to stay in line for 24 hours for Phantom Menace. That sounds fun as well. Yeah, the patch notes are on mnmplaytest.info. I meant to update the bot with the patch notes, but I think I have it in my... I think that's it. Click that and see if it's the patch notes. Dude, I had to take a little bit of a nap earlier. We went to a birthday party last night and we're up to like, I don't know, 12:30, but the hotel was like right next door, so we were able to run over to the hotel, try to go to sleep, and then got up at like 5:30. So I was sleepy. That link looks suspicious. Okay, well. Link comes up in German? That's not true. Is it? Alright. Take care of the baby, Scala, and then see you in a little bit. Hey, champs, what's going on? It says Klicken Sie Lincoln. That checks out. Excited to be starting to start playing for the next 10 days. Thanks to you and the team for everything. Hey, thanks for checking it out. Remember to be patient. Please. Please be patient with us. Three minutes? Yeah, because daylight savings is no longer a thing, right? So is it really... does the playtest really start in 3 minutes? Oh, goodness. Hey, Tupac. Ready to play bingo? Should make it 11 days to include Veterans Day? Hey, guess what? Your wish is our command. The playtest has been extended by 1 day in honor of Veterans Day. We just got to get the information posted for you guys. Yeah, really. Wait, really? Yeah, really. Veterans Day extension is legit. We just got to get it posted. Thank you to all you fellow veterans out there. Channing Tauntum, thank you for the follow. Are the houses in Shallow Shoals under 20 gold to rent? They're whatever the default base placeholder price is. Gorgonox, I'm not going to read it out, but you're welcome. Turok Birdface, thank you for the follow. Your vet, can you get in 2 minutes early? Nope, it's hurry up and wait. If you're actually a veteran, you know about hurry up and wait. What kind of bullshit is this? Can I get in early? No, you can wait longer, veteran. You know about it. Meme War veteran, that does count. I like cake. Meme wars are important as well. Where are we at? 1 minute. All right, everybody, stand up. Hook up. Is this the last playtest before EA launch? It is not. I guarantee on that one. Total Jealous Void, thank you for the follow. All right. Hook up. Check the guy in front of you. Make sure his static line isn't snagged on anything. Make sure you're hooked up. 30 seconds. Go, 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 go. Everybody. Get out the door. If you freeze up in the door, we're kicking you right out. All right. Staggered logins, people. Yeah, please. Please, staggered logins. Yeah. This is right now, Ollie is so relaxed, but I am so puckered up. I got all you crazies over here, so we can watch you. Zukin's updating now. Take your time, buddy. We got 11 days. Stuck doing yard work around the house for the afternoon, but listening in to live vicariously through others until tonight. We'll be here for you. This game is officially coming out soon? Question mark. Lizette P99 asked. We're shooting for Q1. We're shooting for Q1 of next year. That's what we're shooting for. We've been quasi accurate with dates today. To date. Well, let me update my 527 people in. Apparently, I don't have the... There we go. That line is sketch looking. Look at that sketchy... It just turned orange and red. Oh, man. You guys be patient with us. We're dealing with red lines. It's 6:20. Nice. Let me find Twitch. Well, that number can't be accurate. Bob Ross, thank you for the follow. Total Jealous Void, thank you for the follows. I guess it's, if I've got it minimized back there, it's not updating or some shit. Chroma at 907, thank you for the follow. Let me go see why my thing's not doing it in this stuff. Yeah, apparently if I don't have it as the focus, it's just not updating. One of these days I'll figure out how to stream. How many people are in here with us? 319 in Night Harbor on Rail. That's good. That's a nice distribution then. We're starting to see these numbers stagger a little bit. That's nice. That's nice that that's happening. Was loot added to a lot of named mobs this patch? Drodak? Probably. I mean, it's been a little while. I don't know. I don't know. We've been updating so much behind the scenes that I'm trying to remember where it left off the last time you guys were in here. Hey, Vonte Leon, what's going on? Any concern, even though different audiences, that WoW's expansion pack could affect EA because it might be around the same time? Nope. Honestly, this is going to sound counterintuitive or goofy. The more things that can come out the same time as our EA launch, the better. Like, if, well, Dark Raiders is already out, right? That's yesterday? Yesterday, day before. It's like if all the cool games could just come out the same time as EA launch, it would be so good for us. Because what we want is, we don't want overcrowding, to be honest. We want you guys to slowly work your way over here. And shuffle in over time and then establish yourself and stay forever. We don't need everybody to show up at once. The more going on Q1 of next year, the better for us. We're not trying to like impress our masters with big numbers straight out of the gate or any shit like that. We're not looking for a press release. We're looking to slowly absorb your souls and never let you go. Ever. You'll never absorb my soul, monster. Jay, I don't know that that's true. Give us time. We're charming. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. That exactly, Zukin. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. To the east, my brothers, to the east. Altered 8 said, hello, sir. I was wondering how you feel about taming animals out in the wild. I noticed there's animal taming / taming skill, but it's currently not working at the moment. Can you tell us more information about it if you'd be so kind? Animal taming is one of those things that it's a super fun idea. I think it does make sense for us long term. I'm very curious about how it would feel short term when the world is smaller. But once the world is much, much bigger, it's kind of like Epic Quests, right? Once the world is bigger, and we can send you all over the place, and there's like all sorts of places that the critters could be that you could tame, I think animal taming will be a cooler feature. My concern with it in the near term is that, you know, that's not a ton of space, and so where do you put the animals that everybody's not pouncing on them? Rhino Inquiring, thank you for the follow. Trix Wabbit, Thank you as well. Does that make sense, Alterdate? Nate said, oh man, if I wasn't stuck putting together IKEA furniture today, I'd already be in there. Hey, duty first. Beastmaster is supposed to be able to tame, but not yet. Corvid said. I have a link for the patch notes as well. Yeah, should be it. Oh, there's Swanee. Looking like a freak. I think each animal could have a unique use. Say you tame a shark, it gives you movement speed in water. If you tame a giant eagle, it gives you slow fall, etc. That's a whole nother, like, I almost said pot of worms, but I blame Corvid for that. $442 players in Night Harbor at the moment on Rel. If you guys are absolutely new here, please consider going over to Krivia. Like, I understand this sort of moth to the flame fascination with being on the biggest server, but when we're in this situation, honestly, your gameplay experience neither is going to be small ultimately, and your gameplay experience will be better if you go over to Krivia. If you don't like play nice policies, if you don't understand why it's not like first to engage, blah blah blah, go to Haradrill. It sounds like you want to be a PvP player. So go there and PvP. Beta is separate from these play tests. So characters that are in any kind of closed testing are separate from these. The people that are in closed testing, they don't have their characters here either. TR Blitz, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Does that include open beta too? No. Any open tests will be with these characters. Any closed testing will be done with the closed testing, because it's on a separate server, characters. Be sure to point people to the new player guide. It's the top button. If you hit escape until the various options pop up, top button, new player guide. If you've never played the game before and you find yourself immediately confused about things, you should definitely check it out. There are also some really good videos that people already put together on YouTube. Shows up as a UI element on the screen too now. Incredible reminders. Remember, we have the new player guide as a button for new players too. Yeah, if you're absolutely new, it's this character's old, so I always forget that. Encrypt is reminding us of the fact that when you first come in, you should have a button that helps you get straight to the new player guide. Yep, player count is currently at 994. Let me make sure it's updating. There we go. It's currently at 1073. Again, red line is Rel. Blue line is Carivia. Little, what is that, yellow? Down there is Haradrill. The little PvP server that could. There's 485 players in Night Harbor on Rel, so keep that in mind. Excuse me. That one's for your bingo cards. Make some adjustments to my little setup here. Oh, hey, Phineas. Oh, thanks for noticing. Now we're... Let me move my... I can't... Let me feel awkward. It's just the fisheye of the camera. Don't get too wild. Zaraki, what's going on? I'm always going to call you Zachary. I just can't not call you Zachary. Napoleon. What's going on, troublemaker? Sneer said, "Robot, you need a landing strip and some strip guides." And when I read you need a landing strip, I was just like, I'm not even gonna repeat what I was thinking. That's horrible. Pineapple is exactly. Bro's thinking about the carpets. It's true. It's funny when I think something completely inappropriate, and the first thought is, how inappropriate of that person. And they were totally innocent. Where are we at? Let me click over here so it updates. 1169. Jetty, what's going on? Thank you for the follow. New water looks great. Right on. Appreciate it. We've been doing some work on that front. We upgraded from Crest... What, Crest 4 to Crest 5? Or Crest 5 to Crest 6? I forget. Crest 4 to Crest 5, I thought. Or? No. 5 to 6? Shit, I don't know. Why are you still standing at the gate on my screen? I have no idea. Something going haywire? Little bit of lag, it seems like, Ollie. Guess not. It gave me a little. It seemed like a little laggy when I did a who all. Lot of lag, Amnesiac said. It's on rel. Watch. Yeah, some people are complaining about it on here as well. Oh, if something wrong with the inventory, I wonder if it's lagging or what. Big delays on interactions, lol. So inventory item lag doesn't seem to be a thing. Casting lag is like 1.5 seconds, it feels like. And that's with 530 players in zone. Yeah, this is probably the most intense lag that I've seen, even with 1,000 players in the stress test. So. Is a roadmap somewhere to see for M&M? Yes, if you go to the website here, I'll bring it up. Duplicate. Now check Slack in a minute to see if the team's talking about the server issues. There we go. Corinthia, thank you for beating me to it. Now, let me... Let me see if it's periodic or what here. $1,252 players on. Decent portion of those being on rel, and a fair number of them in Night Harbor. Do you guys have a process monitor for Night Harbor? They do. I don't. Death by gnomes. Ollie's got it up on one of his magic dashboards, I'm sure. I'm just checking Slack real quick to see what, if anything's being discussed on that. Tiny Kneebreaker said a lot of combat lag. Yeah, we're noticing it on. Are you in Night Harbor on Rel? I hope you're in Night Harbor on Rel. Okay, good. As long as we're seeing the lag in one place and not multiple places, that's great. It's not ideal, but better than seeing it everywhere. Glass Flats on Rel with 14 people also has combat lag. That's good information. It's not good that it's happening. Let me zone really quick then and see what it feels like. Zone. Here. Okay. Server announcement. We'll be restarting Night Harbor shortly on this server to resolve a known lag issue. Let me zone to... Let me zone to Sungreet first. And then I'll go to the next one. Drachenfire. What zone are you in? Okay, so I'm not seeing that same lag in. And then zone Glass Flats. You said there was some lag there? Yeah, it seems to be isolated to one or more zones on Rel at the moment. That was very shortly. King, that was correct. That was very short. Decent said, yeah, stress test is done. Thank you everybody for coming. The playtest was great. Appreciate everybody being here. Good test. We will see you next year. All right, take care. Gonna wrap up the stream now. Gonna wrap up the stream. I got a big thing of milk and some cookies, and I'm just gonna drown my sorrows. I'm kidding. Lizette, don't freak out. Zukin said, I just finished updating. It was your fault then. You feel like you made progress this test? Mira, I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah. You're going to cause a War of the Worlds broadcast? Can of panic? Tribori, I was thinking of that literal example. I almost commented about it being a War of the Worlds thingy. Okay, so let me see if I can get back in the game. Let's see what's going. Let's bring up our trusty. All right, we're back at it, guys. Lag seems gone on Rel. Well, there's no players back in yet, so give it a chance. Zone Night Harbor. Rel's still down. Can't access server. No. I'm on it. I'm on it. And I just zoned into Night Harbor. Quickly, I might add. Good job, programmers. 232 players. I don't know. That 237. Okay. Log out all the way out and try to come back in if you're not able to get onto Rel. I was so sleepy, I'm sorry. All right, 288 in back in Night Harbor here. So we'll see as it gets back up to like 500. We'll see what happens. Lex Balls says, greetings robot and chat. Finishing my coffee, logging into my bar. Just wanted to say Eminem makes me feel like a kid again. That is awesome. When I could not wait to log into EQ after school so many years ago, planning out a strategy for Lower Cook on the way back home with friends. I just love Eminem. Love that Eminem. It makes me relive the good old days. Lex Balls, that's a very kind message. We're glad that it feels that way. Hopefully it continues to feel that way. Hopefully it feels even more that way once we kick off early access and that by voting for us with your dollars, we are able to make all your dreams come true. I say it in that awkward way because I just worry. I'm like, by the time next year rolls around, people are like, I don't know, I'm kind of over it. I'm like, oh no, no. Say it's not true. Would you suggest PvE or PvP for this game? It's really just a you thing. PvP is a little crazy. It takes a special... Some of our more special children are on the PvP server and we love them. But it is a little wild there. But if you don't like the idea of a play nice policy, if you just want to go for it, I think PvP is a great environment. It'll probably be some of the most PvP you've ever PvP'd. Rel is not down. We're on it right now, so try logging all the way back out and back in. Folks that can't get in, did you go all the way back out and back in, or? Tiny Kneebreaker said they're trying to repair the road, hitting repair on the way in to see if that helped. Kenji said, I even restarted the launcher. Rondo said, try logging out on the launcher and logging back in if you haven't done that yet. Johnny Mango asks, later as MNM is more developed, will there ever be race-based PvP servers like good, neutral, evil? If we've got the demand for it. Checking Discord right now to see if anything's popping up there. Ali said you may have to log out completely from the launcher. Press the log out button top right and then log back in. Arthax, if you're out there, I do not know. I saw the collaboration invite. I don't know how it works. I don't. Anything that complicates the stream even more for me is probably gonna send me straight into Boomerville. I can barely make the stream work as is, but I appreciate it. I need to learn how to do that. We've talked about doing collab streams with the team. Kenji said that worked. All right, so log, you got to press the log out button top right, log out of the launcher, back in. Rondo and Ali figured it out. Is that Aowen? Thank you for the follow. Never saw this game before. Would you recommend playing it? I would recommend before you play it, read the new player guide. Here, I'll give you a link. And maybe check out a video or two on YouTube. It can be a daunting experience, or you can just log in and try it. I mean, honestly, you can do that as well. Just log in and try it. Lutheran TTV said, good luck on a long test. Good luck on a long test, gents. Excited to hop in this week and give her a run. Hey, looking forward to having you in here. Swing by if somebody's streaming. Let us know how it's going. Is there a specific YouTubers you'd recommend? Criddle, yeah, Criddle's got one. Ion's latest, like 5 or 6 things to know video is a good one. If you want something that's just kind of more about the experience, check out A Cat with Opinions. I mean, there's a lot of fun videos out there. Is that a bowl of coffee? It is a bowl of coffee. I'm old. It's the only thing keeping me moving. Jurgler, thank you for the follow, along with Papa Chris. Let's see. I'm not seeing as many reports about lag in Night Harbor, though. That kind of feels like a slow... Yep, the lag is back. Tech guys that are out there, let me hop into Slack and just mention it. Looks like we've got a lead. Maybe a lead on why it's lagging. Let me I'm gonna open just keeping an eye on Slack to see if there's any new news there. Is Swanee sipping again? I don't know that it's Swanee's fault. That message shows half off my screen. Need to adjust my resolution, I guess. Oh, that's weird. See, Ali spoke too soon earlier. I was like, I always get a little nervous whenever the servers come up. Ali's like, what? No way. Wintech23, thank you for follow. Ali said, who's nervous? I'm just playing my ukulele. Oh no. I'm not in the testing huddle, Ollie, so I can't hear what you guys are talking about. If you guys are talking about it in there, is there any way to transfer tunes from Rel to Krivia yet? No, there is not. See, that's why you gotta have a backup tune. You gotta have one on each server. Granthia said server message isn't movable in the UI, so if your resolution is higher, it's always off screen. That may be a thing for Encrypt to tackle. Ooh. Maybe related to the fix that went in for the trade exploit. That's interesting. Do we have a way to fix that at scale, or is that one of those things where the fix may not work at scale? Just to put you on the spot, Ollie. If we think that the lag is related to the fix that we put in for the exploit that we found, does that mean that the fix doesn't work at scale and thus we would have to back the fix out? Or is it an issue with the fix that we put in that can be that can just be addressed? Maybe it lags because of C#? No. So we just had a stress test, what, a few weeks ago, and we had 1,000 people in Night Harbor, and the lag wasn't this bad. So Ali said to answer my question, it's going to be a bug in the fix that we can fix and rebuild. Right on. That's good. Okay, cool. That's exciting. You know what? It happens. Apparently you can interrupt your camp by zooming into first person and mouse looking. Yeah, I could see that, I guess. Let's see. It's like you're casting the same spell 3 times before it's going off. Yeah, we've got a lag issue that the team is that the team's aware of. Ollie, is this restart going to include the bug fix? No, we think maybe the database has an issue. Interesting. Is that being discussed in Slack? Am I able to see that there? Or? Okay, Ali said, which may be the reason why we are seeing the issue in trade, so we're bouncing it to make sure we're not falsely looking at something in trade code. Okay. Do you have logging for the game? Yeah, we've got a ton of logging for the game. Template experience. That's what they're looking at now. Spent, I am not sure if it's available here. I would think so, but I'm not 100% sure. Is it? Okay, I did not read them on the way in. Let me read them real quick. No, it is a different one, Tripaway. Is the music too loud? Can turn it down a little bit. Let's see. You still have the option. If you're sitting in here and bored, you can feel free to hop into Haradrill and play on the PvP server. Hey, Hashpipe. We're hosted externally. Template. Talos87, Winthak23, thank you for the follows. Let me... run through. Trevor McCauley, thank you for the follow as well. Hey, Tyron. Nehru. Alright, patch notes for this test. Features upgraded to Unity. I don't know. Let's see. Well, I'll read the full thing. That way you've got it. If you guys are, before I get started, Vanta Leon, here, check this out. It covers what we've got to date. The link there. The early access FAQ. Information there talks about like the different servers, etc. So features upgraded to Unity 6000.0.59 F2. Fixes some memory leaks and the Unity runtime vulnerability. Grimtide Sanctum, a new dungeon is now accessible. A new HDRP shader is made by Bjorn. Crest 5 fixes, major GM and live support features added, including chat pop-up windows for GMs to communicate with you. Balance, Wisdom now provides more Manta. It's like Fanta. It's a drink in Germany. Mana, particularly at low levels. Intelligence now provides more mana, particularly at lower levels. Raise the minimum amount of health granted by stamina for all classes. Pets now have stat overrides, making them less Giga Chad. Increased fall damage slightly. Removed is overpowering status for players and player pets. Tech added support for buffs with on heal effects, re-enable Discord rich presence, casting prediction now understands range, allow any buff to be hidden by designers, allow abilities to place widgets at the current cursor position. That's going to be fun coming up. More abilities with that. Allow more granularity in defining widget minimum separations, occlusion changes that increase performance and reduce memory usage. Holy crap, there's a bunch of them. I'm just going to link to these again. You can read them while you're waiting to get back into the server. Here, let me... Does a pet stat override affect charmed pets? Zorlin, I could have sworn that there was essentially an analog there, but I might be wrong. Rella's back up. It's back up, but it doesn't have the fix, right, Ollie? I'm going to give it a minute on my end, and if it doesn't pop in a second, I'm just going to kill the client to pop back in. Yeah. While I'm doing this, I need to check something really quick, that because I'm buying a new computer, and there was a question here. Memory usage. Okay, cool. That's not bad. Wow, I guess my machine decided to take it upon itself to rearrange all of my icons on my desktop. That's good. That's going to be fun to clean up in a bit. I think my machine heard that it's getting replaced, and it's just going to be pissy for the next few weeks. It's what it feels like when your wife enters your office, everything gets rearranged, right? What am I replacing it with? Just a new one. This machine's from 2017. I mean, will there be a direct download? No patch client for this playtest, only if it's needed. Yeah, I need to clean up all my. I basically need to clean everything on this machine and get it ready to move over to my new machine. Anyways, I'm gonna give my wife this machine since she's been using this like $200 laptop. Gliath, downloading this game right now. Hey, welcome. So those of you just tuning in, we've run into like a weird lag issue that we were noticing on Ignite Harbor and Rel. So we're checking into it now. We think it might be related to a fix that we just did as part of our closed alpha testing. We found an exploit, and so we fixed that since the last stress test. But unfortunately, for some of these fixes, until we actually test them under significant load, we don't know, right? Like, things can break, and it's not like we can just easily stress test or easily like smoke test at scale. So, hey, Darkwind. All right, so it still seems responsive with 386 players in Night Harbor on Rel. We'll see if it stays that way. I'm just keeping an eye on OOC right now. I am totally not even watching the petition queue at the moment. Let me open that as well and kind of see what things are looking like for the CS folks. Log in really fast. Gamp of Carrot said you guys made a lot of progress since I last played. Great work. Hey, thank you. Let's see what's going on with our petition queue. Not too horrible. All right. Looks like our CS folks are on top of it. Two petitions in the queue. Not getting rested buff from other people's fires. Really? $438 in Night Harbor. Yeah, is it raining where you're at? Okay, it is raining. It is raining. There you go. It's because you don't have a shelter yet. We're back up to 1455 player count wise total. Slow click response, opening menus, hotbars, looting corpse. Yeah, I'm noticing it with, well, I'm noticing with spells again already. Like doing a who wall and casting a spell is, Paknami says, my entire friend group absolutely loves the rain/storms in this game. Thanks for that. Let me... Music was kind of loud when I was out. I had character select a second ago. Let me turn it back up now that I'm back in game so it's just not quiet. I'm sitting here quiet. $461. Getting like a second and a half. It's the population, Ghastly. Ghastly asks, what is it about Rel that seems to have a lot more issues? It's just the population. So... do we have plans to make our game playable on the Mac? People are able to play it on the Mac. As in terms of like full support for it, I think over time. Ollie can confirm that, but I think actual like proper support. Hey, Synexa. Ollie said I installed my Mac Studio today to make native Mac happen. We're going to continue to look at the lag issues. Those of you who just came in, as they're saying, we're aware that today is laggier than the stress test. We're going to look and see if it was a recent fix that we made that's causing the problems. Do keep in mind that on one hand, it's laggier than expected today. On the other hand, we are planning on extending the playtest through Veterans Day. So you'll get an extra day tacked on the end for Veterans Day, since we know you Americans have the day off, right? Is that true? Has that always been the case? I don't remember. I don't remember that from back home. John loves veterans. We love veterans. But I am actually a veteran, so I guess. Hey, go team. Can you extend it one more additional day for those that don't have that day off? Sorry, Cricket. We got to draw a line somewhere. Let's see. The 2026 seems like a good line. We're going to get this thing. Hey, Justin Beer, what's going on, buddy? We're going to get this thing going. We're going to get this thing live as soon as we can. But as you can see, we got some stuff to continue to work on. What's up, Olgo Dev? Let me check Slack really quick, see if anything's... In layman's terms. Smiley face. All right. I guess the team's talking about it in voice. Yeah. I don't think there was a, so they didn't put a fix in when the server came down. It was essentially looking to eliminate a potential false positive or to verify that what they were looking at was the actual potential problem. Hey, Swingburn, thank you. Thanks for noticing. Mm-hmm. Those of you that can't seem to log in, try logging all the way out of the launcher and back in. Sorry, I'm trying to track something down. Really quick for you guys, so I'm not reading chat. The hotbar, what do you mean by use it? Like apply stuff to it, or? Hmm. Are we troubleshooting still or fixed? We are still troubleshooting. I'm asking Ollie behind the scenes right now, kind of what's going on. He's grabbing some new server profiles and looking to see what the issue is. Did they add new music? We've added new music in recent months. Don't forget, you can find all of the music on our playlist. And we try to mention it in any update when there's new music. We try to make sure that it's featured there. But if you haven't checked out the playlist in a while, you should. Angel Goblin actually designed the goblins. If you're in our Discord, you will find posts from Goblin. So when Goblin joined the team, one of the there he is. When Goblin joined the team, one of the conditions, he was like, "How do you guys feel about goblins?" We're like, "We're trying to keep the race count pretty low because we're a small team." He was like, "Yes, but what if?" And that's how that conversation got started. Literally the first question. Goblin's first question to us was, how do you feel about goblins? Our first question to Goblin was, why are you drawing goblins with no pants on? Ethereum 528, thank you for the follow. Did Rel go down? It didn't. Eh. Eh. Let me look at the thingy. It says it's up, but the lag in Night Harbor is so bad that it might as well be down. Ollie said the lag is probably his fault. Is the lag a result of you pulling? Oh, it's because you're pulling a profile? Ollie, do you think you or somebody that's in the voice chat with you could potentially broadcast before you do stuff like that? Boner Boost said, thank you for the hard work. Hey, thank you for being you. I've just got a randomly floating... Randomly... Cotton, if you're out there. Yeah, Cotton's immediately placed on our watch list. Waffle Panda, thank you for the follow. Nuke PBR, did you have your answer? Did you have your answer questioned? Did you have your question answered? Sorry, I'm staring at some other stuff right now. Palix, thank you for the follow. Set for the playtest. Are you not in yet? Right on. In-game maps being added at some point doesn't even have to be detailed, just general topography. We've talked about having static maps that you can collect as items, right? Like, so they're essentially items that you would get in game, so that we could give like different versions of maps of the same area, maybe with certain information scribbled in or whatever. But it's, for us, it's not like a major priority. It's kind of on our list of things to investigate and see if we can do it well. Yeah, I think a couple of games have done that. We've looked at a few different references. What is the top priority in terms of development right now? We kind of cover that. There's not like a single one. If you go to our updates here, we covered that in a recent update, actually. Our top priority is getting all of our systems to a beta-ready state so that we can actually get the full benefits of testing in beta. So here's a update. Are there shards? I can't see a friend of mine and we're in the same group. There aren't shards. So if you can't see each other, try /reload. Rocklaw said you can also do /invite, and that usually forces them into view. Getting a lag now in Rel in Evershade. Let me zone over there and see what's going on. Zone. Krivia is not laggy right now? Or Krivia is not laggy, right? Is a question from Ollie. Who's on Krivia? Are you seeing any lag? Nibus says yes in Night Harbor on Krivia, Ollie. I'm not seeing the lag. I'm not seeing the lag here in Evershade. So 500 people in Night Harbor on Crivia. It's laggy, Theron says. Oh man. Napoleon. I read that whole I read that whole thing too. I read the whole thing. I'm thinking about tracking you down and putting you in jail just for making me read that whole thing. And I knew you were screwing with us. How long are you going to be on tonight? Probably not terribly. Not hugely terribly long. Is there a way to keep the chat window from fading out in game? Yeah, you should be able to adjust it. If you come here to chat settings, so escape, chat settings. At least an hour? Yeah, I'll be on for at least an hour. Is Azleo the name of the zone? No, that's my name. So 535 players in Night Harbor on Rel. We're still... Yeah, we're still seeing that lag, so... Top minds are on the case. Our best men. Well, they look out of place. Let me see if I can... Might as well fly. Let me see if I can. Which server are you on with the Pale Guard Let's Play? Unable to move items on rail now. It's getting worse. Yeah, the guys are going to have to figure something out. We'll be working on some solutions with the Pale Guards and similar mobs. So hopefully we will get it figured out today, get it patched, and then the rest of the time will be pretty straight. Like I said earlier, we'll have we're adding an extra day to the playtest at the end on Veterans Day, so maybe that'll make up for it. Lag appears to be based on... OMG, this brings back memories. Valencia said, cool. Then we are living up to the name. Let's see. Shout out the crossover free trial. It just got Eminem installed on my Mac. Right on, Trevor. How do I fly like that? GM command. It is a developer only command. Check on... Just addressing something in Slack or Discord really quick. We made some changes / fixes since the stress test, and unfortunately, we're unable to spot issues like this without having a bunch of people in a zone. So that's what's going on today. How many worlds are there? We've got 3 servers up for this playtest. We've got Rel, which is typically our most heavily loaded server. Crivia, it's also a standard PvE server. And then Haradrill, which is our PvP server. But it looks like both Rel and Crivia are running at over 500 or around 500 players in Night Harbor. So that's why we're seeing the lag. I'm currently on Rel. Why not just use one server? Because we're content limited and we're not running instances. There is no in-game map. Um, yeah, it seems it's weird, right? So that's relatively responsive. So I guess it's fluctuating. But we're also down to 500 players in Night Harbor. So maybe there's a sweet spot. Trying to encourage people to go to either go to Shaded Dunes. So just go right across that zone line. And then if you're at the North Gate, just go straight and go into Sungreed Strand. You're going to have the same newbie mobs in both of those zones as you have in Night Harbor. This doesn't help you if you're looking to interact with the quest NPCs or anything like that. It doesn't address all of the issues, but if you're just looking to grind and play, it's not going to be laggy for you, or it shouldn't be laggy for you if you zone across to Shaded Dunes or Sungreed Strand. So basically, from either gate, go straight. You'll be at a zone line as well, so if you make it there, crossover, zone. If you get in trouble, you can just zone back in, right? So there's no guard there, but you can play the zone line. So, how laggy is Shaded Dunes? It shouldn't be laggy at all. So here, well, let me just zone to those zones. So, we're sitting at 121 players in the zone. Let's see. Responsiveness here. We'll go to Sungreed Strand. There's some new camps in Sungreed Strand as well. If you're like in the level 5 range, there's some new Ashira camps. If you don't mind messing with your Ashira faction. Sungreed Strand. Hey Sean, new visuals of SK spells are looking tasty. Good to hear. Yeah, Archer's continuing to plug away at spell effects, so. Wormsbane's also not laggy. Alright. Barefoot's got it. Barefoot's good. So yeah, you can zone into Wormsbane, Shaded Dunes, Sungreed Strand, and you should be lag free. There's plenty of newbie mobs out here, as you can see. There's a zone line for you to be near, so it shouldn't be scary. Basically, the only zone you should be seeing lag in is Night Harbor at the moment. We're looking into it. There may be a lag spike in a minute, as you saw on the broadcast. There may be a lag spike as we're pulling more data. Escape UA, thanks for the follow. First Aid, thank you as well. The lag is gone in Night Harbor. I don't know that that's the case. I'm currently in Sungreed Strand Zone, Night Harbor. People were still complaining about lag until I zoned out, so... We're sitting right at like 500 players in Night Harbor on Rel, Ollie. Yeah, it doesn't look to be lagging at the moment. Hello. We're still in alpha. This is just an open playtest. CK. Every once in a while, we like to run an open playtest or a stress test just to get everybody in, so you can play a bit. We can get some good data on how things are looking at fully loaded. Ollie, I'm still seeing OOC comments about performance issues in Night Harbor, so it's the lag isn't gone. I mean, casting doesn't seem horribly like delayed for me, but I'm also not running around and playing and doing everything. Is it possible? Man, yeah, it's odd that it sort of fluctuates the way it does, Ollie. I'm on Rel right now. And none of this is potentially host related, is Ollie? Ollie said, no, basically on Rel we hit a critical mass of numbers in the database. We've never had this many items in a database before. Well, that's a good reminder that, yeah, we'll be working at scale. Ollie said, thanks to Chip, we optimized the queries. We went from 1.2 million rows iterated per operation to 9. Well, that's 9 seems smaller than 1.2 million. That's, yeah. I mean, I'm not the best at math. I went to public high school in Alabama. And we weren't necessarily known for our, I was going to say trigonometry, but then I also wanted to make a trigonometry joke. and have it be shooting related, but I'm not that quick. So, yeah. 1.2 million teams bigger than 9. Let's see. Nighty, listen, we can pick on us. You can't pick on us. How dare you? How dare you? I'm kidding. It's all good. All right, so let's see. Is there a compass and mapping game? There are neither in game. You will quickly learn to navigate via landmarks. Cold Brew Nick. I don't believe that's the real Cold Brew Nick. I think that's an imposter. That's you, Dankus? Well, good to see you in here. I appreciate that, Dankus. Phineas, at some point in the future, we will have lizard people. You've seen the picture? Then you know we're serious. We're not playing. I'm handing out sows at the gate just so I can keep testing server lag. Air quotes. Any plans for EU servers when you go live? It's gonna be determined on, it's gonna be based on demand, I guess. Right? Like if all of a sudden we just have a ton of people that are in the EU and it necessitates or warrants a server, then why not? And so we've been talking a little bit internally about the best way to potentially gather that information from the community. So expect something on that soonish. Will there be server wipe before the beta test? Unsure on that one. We've discussed wiping for beta to help us get better stats. So, but that may not affect you guys in the open playtest. Where are the servers currently geolocated? I think they're still based in the Netherlands. They will not be there when we go into early access. It sounds like we've got a decent deal with hardware that we found works best for us. And I think Ollie's been shopping around and looking for that setup in North America, etc. Saren said back and in game. Right on. Let me see if I can give Donka a wave and a sow. Yeah, it's a little laggy still. You did not. No, don't worry. You do not. No finger references or jokes, and by finger I mean my missing one, ever bother me at all. Is the lag affecting gameplay or just feeling sluggish? So far it looks like, I'm just watching like OOC over here. So far it looks like the complaints have calmed down. I'm just kind of clicking it myself to see. To submit bugs in game, do /bug. If you have an issue that needs immediate assistance, like you're stuck under the world and can't get back out, you're welcome, Donk. If you're running into a disruption, somebody's saying some really bad words in OC or whatever, /petition. Thanks, Rapala. Run up and check on people at the North Gate as well. First says, I would be curious about VRAM usage and player log file sizes if people are experiencing lag but not others. Well, the thing was, it was odd. People were saying, and I thought I noticed it as well, that it was kind of sporadic lag at roughly the same player count. We're at 546 now, so if it was just player-based, I would assume that it would be worse than it was before at 500. But it seemed like it was just kind of off and on. With the last surge of reports of lag being, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago? Sorry. Asterarian says... Asteranian says, I haven't noticed any lag since the fix. Are you in Night Harbor on Rel, or? Oh, there's Corgi. Night Harbor on Crivia, okay. Night Harbor on Rail, still lagging on cursor selections. Let me go interact with a vendor or something, because I'm not seeing it. I'm not saying you're not seeing it, I'm saying I'm not seeing it, which to me feels like a data point. Server announcement. We are running another profile. It may lag for 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Though it likely won't. But it may. It may. I was able to buy a cleaver pretty quickly. Now I just need some Faygo soda. And we got ourselves a party. Is that why your game crashed? No, it shouldn't be. Your game crashing seems unrelated. Dead Lizard Queen. If your game crashed, that is something different. Faygo soda, you mean pop? Well, what I mean is Coke, because I'm from the South. So, what kind of Coke do you drink, Faygo? It's all Coke. Dr. Pepper, that's a good... I like that as well. Whenever I'm ordering a Coke, it could be a Dr. Pepper, it could be Mountain Dew. Could be a Swanee Swifty. A Cheerwine's not bad. No, I am not Nick. No worries. We're very similar. We do wear dark colored t-shirts sometimes. I mean, actually I don't know. Does Nick? I mean, my uniform's pretty easy. I just wear the same black shirts every single. You're wearing a black shirt, or is it the navy? Timu Nick or Timu Sean? Who is who? We're both. Our powers combined equals Timu Ali. Black. There we go. That's my dog. You're just a stoned idiot right now. Well, hey. I'm sure you're not an idiot. You're probably just real stoned. Timo Twins activate. Power of an Ollie. RC Cola is good. I like RC Cola. Robber. Keep an eye on that one. Black t-shirt, but we gotta get Sean like 100 hats so he can wear a different. No. I've got 2 of these hats. Where's the other one? Shit. That's in the other room, I think. I got 2 of the exact same hats, 3 of the same pair of pants, and I don't know, like 25 of the same shirt. I need to throw some of them away. Will there be merch to buy? Yes, there will be. Once I find something that works, Max Ramus, I keep going with it. There's no reason to. Back in the day, some people I know owned some skateboard companies, and so when I lived in California, the skateboard companies were just right up in Vista. So my closet then was like, I don't know, 50 different, 100 different skate shirts. I had like just boxes full of stuff. And so every day was like a different shirt, and that was fun because every day I could wear a different shirt, like every day in a month, and I just got tired of. It's just wearing other people's brands. I just don't like wearing brands in general anymore. Like, I'm a simple man. Corbin, you skateboard? There's still like a half a second lag on Night Harbor on rail. But it's 536 players. The team's still looking into it. Let me see if there's any updates in Slack. Ollie was just mentioning. Good job. No updates. Trying to grab a profile without killing the server. Cool. A lot of punk music, a lot of skating, BMX around town all day. Good times. What area were you in, Corbett? If I lived where I could surf, I'd probably would have been into it a bit, Tribori, but nowadays I don't like getting in. I really don't like getting into the ocean. I don't know what happened. As I got older, I got less and less into the ocean. Kind of sketches me out. About 45 minutes from Chicago. It's across the border in Indiana. Oh, nice. Yeah, it had to have been cool, like, growing up near cities to skateboard. My skateboard years were primarily in Alabama. We'd go down to Florida, like Panama City Beach or Pensacola, Fort Walton, stuff like that to skate. Rest of the time, we were just skating around Dothan, Alabama. Was the lag fixed? I missed it. So there's a little bit of mitigation on the lag. So we found one issue. Quiet robot. How dare you? But I'll still. Beach Plus, Fort Walton. Yep. You're in Tennessee now? Oh, nice. Your family's from Ozark. Right on. I used to skate with friends in Ozark. Depending on how old you are, you might remember the skate park that we had in Dothan. OD20? Yeah, I said Dothan. My family and I, we had a little skate park in Dothan, Alabama called Sanctuary Skate Park, and it existed for a couple years in the mid to late 90s. Late 90s, I guess. Competed in a BMX freestyle competition in Dothan around 1980 or so. Oh, at that BMX track? There was like a BMX track there. In an alternate universe, I wonder what skate park Sean would be up to now. That would have never lasted either way. It was not a money-making endeavor. Yeah, you can subscribe to spells, you just can't. You can't use them. $1,825. That's good. How many do we need to see before we get a fresh start server? Corvid's still petitioning for the new server. I think it's a fair question if we find that the load does not come down on Night Harbor on the two existing servers. 1875 was our previous record. We're at, did I say 1875 instead of 1825? We're currently at 1825 unless my thing's not updated. No, it's updating. Yeah, so we're close to breaking the record. If we had not had any lag issues tonight, we would have. I know for a fact we would have surpassed the record. Do we really want those quitters though? That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so record break equals fresh start. That is beyond my pay grade. That is whether or not servers come up is entirely an Ollie thing. I am just a humble orc salesman. I come in here and bullshit around a little bit. Nick will tell you about all of the classes and abilities and give you some wonderful gameplay details. Ollie will make the servers go up and down, up and down. This water is actually delicious. Yes, I am definitely a delegator. There he goes. Nice. I like it. Like it when people recognize the sow and they wait for it. Who's hailing me? I missed it. Yeah, fire beetle. I mean, torches aren't that bad. $5.44 in Night Harbor. Let me remind people. Do I have a GM light? I do have a GM light. Sorry, answering a pseudo petition in the background real quick. A quasi petition. Let me help this person out. They had a issue with the boat. They had a boat issue. Hey, Talon. Well, that's a pretty moon. Look at that moon. It's about to disappear though, so look at it fast. Little sliver in the background. I fell off. I'm too fast. Can you, as a GM speed, tune to run like a fighter jet speed? Yes. I am just like a fighter jet. Yeah, we've got a, I think there's a lot of polish. I don't think there's a lot of polish work that we have to do in Keepers and Scarwood, Corvid. There's a bunch of stuff that we want to hit. Someone had an issue with the boat. They got dumped off, so I just gave them a summon, Corvid. I'm warning her now though that just an update. Buying from merchants is also spiking at the moment to a lesser degree. Ali mentioned. We're looking into it now and finding a solution. A few months ago, you said something about a mini dungeon being in KB. Is it intended to be separate zone, or did you mean Orc Caves? It feels like a whole. It feels like a whole dungeon. The Orc Caves aren't that big, but. But yeah, there might be something that appears in here at some point, Corbin. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the totality of the orc area, it isn't, you know, It's not nothing. Let me just zone back. Zone. Night Harbor. A lot of the little POIs could be their own zones if there's an EQ. Yeah. But I mean, if you look at a zone like... If you look at a zone like Fallen Pass, I mean... It's the POIs there. We probably got, what, like 4... At least like 4 crush bones in there. Agonybot said, as someone in the game industry, I really enjoy watching development streams for this game. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys aren't aware, please check out all of the various streams that happen. Bunch of people on the team stream. And if you're not in our Discord, join the Discord. You can set it to live stream notifications. It'll let you know there as well. But you'll be able to see the full spectrum. Environment art, concept, illustrations, UI, character art from a couple folks, systems and gameplay design and random stuff here, and yeah, so, and over time we'll probably have even more people streaming if I had to guess. They actually take things into account. I've seen 100 or more small things that got added, changed due to players just chatting on those streams. Yeah, I mean, and some of it's content ideas. Some of it's just like feedback. Keep in mind, we are kind of sticklers for the stuff that we're sticklers for. You know, we don't like to just change design on a dime, but if they're good ideas that make sense for what we're doing, then we grab it in a heartbeat. We have a zone that we work together with the stream. Basically, we sat in streams and just like designed out a zone together. So. Hey, Virgin Media. K. Lauren TV said, did someone say chat bubbles? No one ever said chat bubbles. I heard an idea in OSC that was to put a map on the wall in town, like maps in a mall. That's an interesting one. If we maybe as like a first implementation of the in-game kind of map as an item, you walk up and click on the map, and it's like either a metal kind of plaque with it etched in, or a stone or whatever. Another thing that ZBrush, Zach has mentioned a few times is a sundial that gives the cardinal directions on it, like as just a object that you can see, and you're like, you know, somewhere kind of town square. Maybe up in the park even. Giant checkerboard win. No time soon. No time soon. or giant checkers board. Oh, it looks like people have been using the housing. Normal size playable chessboard, we'd love to get in. Chess with wagers. Checkers with wagers. No, the 3 entry, none of the housing bugs have been fixed. I need to grab them. I've got sent some good info on housing bugs. I went from trying to fix trying to get the new camps into Sangreet to like popping over really quickly and doing a big update on the Plagueborn area in Fallen Pass and just push the first pass of that revision. So I'm sure there'll be some feedback and there'll be some wailing and gnashing of teeth with regards to rare spawn rates and locations and stuff, but the update has been pushed. And if the first big pass has been pushed as of today. On my end, at least. It's not in alpha or anything like that, but it's there. I basically went in and moved stuff around to make it a bit more dungeony in terms of choke points and flow. And then I had to go in and update the whole population in that area to move stuff around and move certain level ranges around and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see if you guys end up liking it or not. Fallen Pass, the Plagueborn area in Fallen Pass, the green area. We're creeping back up, 1840. So it's going to go from being kind of like, way too many items are coming in way too fast to people probably complaining that they're not seeing the named enough or don't necessarily know where they're at immediately. It should be a little bit more dangerous. It should definitely require you to have to move through areas in a not coordinated. You'd actually have to like navigate it now instead of just being able to go any which way, because it's not like there's any real choke points. I'm sure folks will find ways to cheat around some of the choke points and stuff. We'll see. I'll keep an eye on it once it's on alpha, and then we'll make adjustments from there. But it should feel a good bit better, I think. I don't know. It's always hard to tell when you're the one implementing it. I have no idea, Corbett. Probably not, but I don't know. So the Who Wall is pretty responsive in here at 517 players right now. Let's see. Casting seems normal. I'll go check out a merchant in a second. Not hearing a lot of complaints in chat at the moment, so that's always good. It's funny, I've been looking at a lot of this like character art for years now, but I'll see somebody decked out in different like armor configs, and I'll just you know, every once in a while I'll be like, man, that looks really cool. I'm saying I'm not hearing complaints in here at the moment, Ollie. Castings felt good. Who command is felt fine. That's not slow. Did you make more adjustments, Ollie, or like that guy? That guy's looking good. She's a cutie. I thought that air elemental had hair for a moment. I was like, when in the world did that go in? I don't think I've ever seen that staff in game. Ariana Grande, look at you, fancy. You need a sow. Did you guys do some more to like improve the lag on here? Put my tail in the bank. That was fast. All right. Well, some people are okay. So one person said super laggy. Oh, Ariana Grande's the pet. That makes a lot more sense. Gnome ball. You need a sow. Did something improve? I mean, it seemed better. As soon as I said it, someone else complained, but... Ellie, is you? DM Spiral, is that your pet? That's funny. I can't imagine what the frame rate's going to be like when I get a new computer. Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Generic said running buttery smooth. What server are you on? Grivia, okay. It's funny. I guess it's 120 FPS for you in Fallen Pass. Well, it's Fallen Pass. I would hope so. Especially if you've got a newer machine. My machine's from 2017, so it's not necessarily the craziest. It's funny, I think we kind of got spoiled during the last playtest. I'm complaining about a little bit of lag in Night Harbor at the moment. When we've got just over 500. So 525 players in the zone. 500 players in a zone. Probably not going to be the standard as we as the world expands, I think. But it'll be cool if we figure out these issues and are able to get it back up in that 500 to 1,000 range without too many problems for early access. Yeah, once we hit Module 1 and when we hit Module 1, we'll not only have the Deep Elf city, we'll have another district that is its own zone under Night Harbor called the Underdocks. How do you see how many frames you're getting? It's F11. You're welcome. So we have 1,822 players on right now. Despite some of the issues that we've been having. Plus, there's a new PoE season and Arc Raiders. Eternal Tombs is also running a weekend test. Cool. Let's see. $60 FPS on Rel with a 2017 machine as well. What processor do you have? Ryzen 2700X. 64 gigs of RAM and 2070 Super. Okay, so then basically that's the only your processor's the primary difference. I've got a 2070 Super as well, 64 gigs of RAM. Let's see. I always forget what I've got here. And Intel i7 770. 4.2 gigahertz. Any way to check what zone your bind is in? Is it in care info? Okay. I was trying to remember which command it was. I was like going through them. So /char. There you go. I literally never check. Looking fancy. When I get done here tonight, I am going to eat probably the entire thing of cookies that my wife bought me. Fill a big glass full of milk, dump in a bunch of cookies, and eat cookie soup. It's my favorite. Nick mentioned he may be streaming in a little bit. I just pinged him actually to see. I sent you a DM, Nick. Secretly Santa Claus? Yeah. It is not a big secret. Hook some people up with some sweet run speed before I maybe run to the other gate. Man, that is a cool looking little goblin. Has the Goblin Wizard Unlock quest been added? No, the Goblin Wizard combo is in, so we can look at them and see what it looks like or whatever. For early access, the quest will go in, and then we'll let you guys discover it. Was it removed? Okay. Cool. Yeah. It went in. It went in a little. We got excited. It went in, and then it was like, oh yeah, that's meant to be a quest. It'll be nice to, like, as we're working through early access, it'll be nice to get stuff like that kind of snuck in as well. And sometimes we won't mention at all. We're not going to be like, oh, by the way, the secret quest was added. We'll just put it in. Excuse me. Does the Goblin Bard get a kazoo instrument? I still believe they make total sense. If they ever go in, I could absolutely see them playing like a one-stringed bass, and if we ever do like interactive music in game, they would be hilarious. Just playing their little janky instruments. So many cool looking people running around. Made from rat tibia, exactly. Playing the jug. Playing a stolen pot. Oh, will he outrun it? Will he outrun it? Yeah, too far away. Yeah, when I wrap up here, I'm gonna eat cookies and catch up with the guys, and then I'm gonna get some sleep. I'm actually kind of tired. Over the next 10 days, I'll hop in. I'll try to get up early, have some coffee, hop on, and get you Night Owls, your petitions, if Trent is off the clock by then. Try to help out during EU hours. Stab's always good about that as well, so you may see us in helping folks out in the morning. My morning, your late night. Will the trim get a worn faded pass to it? Feels weird seeing bricks so sandblasted, but the trim always pristine. I don't know, that's a conversation to kick up with the artist. Does feel pretty clean, huh? Like that one seems fine, but we'll always keep looking at stuff. Iterating. I don't think we've added the PvP volume in the arena, have we? The second arena, you mean the main arena, not the secret arena, Corvid? Yeah, there's a new one. Yeah, I'll run over there. What's up, Baloo? I don't think it's set up for PvP yet, but it will be. We're still working on it. Nick's stream just went live? Right on. Yeah, we're going to pop over there in a minute. Get you guys some... Oops, wrong place. Get you some... I went to the wrong place. Ignore that. I was going to a temple instead of the arena. It's right over here. Get you guys some... Get you guys an increase in energy. I'm a little worn out. And this will probably be bigger the next time you see it. Cool. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for being here. I'll probably pop in during the week for a stream and check on you guys and see what's going on. But for tonight, I am going to raid Nick. He'll be able to answer many or most of your questions. He'll be able to talk to you about classes and abilities and all sorts of fun stuff. I appreciate you guys being here a ton. And thanks for your patience with everything. It's day one. As I mentioned, we will be extending the playtest by 1 day to account for Veterans Day and for Americans having a day off. A lot of you, hopefully most of you. So we're tacking that on at the end. Let's go raid Nick, you guys. Give him a big welcome. Be sure to hit follows if you can. Sub. If you got some Prime sitting around, hook them up. Let's raid. Have a great rest of your weekend. Striker, I'm glad you found it. Very cool. I will never be a Twitch affiliate or partner or whatever. It's a pain in the ass with taxes over here. I don't have any plans to do it. Did it before, renounced it. So please, instead of trying to give me money or subs or whatever, give it to the other guys. One of which is about to be Nick. We're going to raid him right now. I will dream of you, Big Bubba. I will dream of you tonight, Big Bubba. Let's do it. Starting the raid now. Stick around for it. All right. We're raiding now. Take care, everybody.